The next corporate on our show is BLS International, and the company reported numbers about a month back. So Q3 was a decent quarter, but volumes were on the lower side. Also, the company had recently done a very large acquisition of about 450 crore when they acquired a Turkish-based visa and consular services provider called IData. Shikhar Aggarwal, joint MD and Chairman of BLS International Services, is with us on the show. Shikhar, morning, and thank you very much for joining in. In our last conversation, you said that Q3 volumes were impacted by seasonality and Q3 volumes were marginally down on a year-on-year basis. How has Q4 panned out for you? Have we seen a pickup in Q4 volumes compared to Q3 and even on a year-on-year basis?
Definitely. So even if you see our Q3 revenue, we achieved a revenue of 437 crores and an EBITDA of PAT of 87 crores, which was a good growth compared to similar quarter last year. So definitely the revenue and profitability has grown in this quarter also. Going forward, we expect to maintain those numbers. Definitely volume is rising now. Going forward, if you see in this quarter, next few quarters, next few years, volume has risen. So definitely revenue and profitability will become better. If you see the EBITDA margins that we achieved of 20% in the last quarter, we expect to maintain that EBITDA margins. In terms of acquisition, the company that we acquired, IData, we are still some final legal things are pending. So we expect the transaction to be closed soon. So that will definitely give a further boost to revenue and profitability of the company.
Is there a delay in closure of the IData acquisition, or will it happen before the end of 31st March?
It is on track as per our schedule right now.
Okay, it's on track. Any new contract wins that you've got? Any new signings that you're expecting?
Yes. So I think in the last few months, we announced new contracts. We won a new contract with the Czech government in Botswana. We won a couple of new contracts with the Hungary government, in different parts of the world. We were already working for the Hungary government in 3-4 countries. Now we have won 4 new countries with the Hungary government. So definitely, we have been winning contracts. If you see in the last 1.5 years, we won 10-11 new contracts. In addition to renewal, re-winning of our big major contracts like Spain, we also won the Indian contract in Canada again. And now with this acquisition, we further expect, for consolidation of our operations across the globe that will lead to reduction of our expenses, sharing of the overhead costs. And definitely, I think that could lead to an increase in EBITDA margins. Also, the presence of this company in newer geographies will give us access to new client governments and new territories will be opened up. So we expect good growth coming in different geographies of the world.
Shikhar, what kind of volume growth should we expect in FY25?
See, volume growth in terms of the business that we currently have, depending as we have seen, post-COVID, the countries which have fully opened up, which includes India, UK, Morocco, Algeria, we have seen growth actually, almost reach the same level 2019 in some countries, even surpassing that. But major volume countries, which were China and Russia conventionally for us before COVID, we had seen, in China, some volume coming back. Then there was this Chinese New Year. So definitely, there are a lot of holidays in China in that period. But now again, we are seeing volume coming back in Russia. Still, the volumes have not come back to pre-COVID level. But, having acquired this company, these new contracts that we have, achieved, we definitely see 15 to 20% minimum volume growth for us in next year compared to this year. New contracts that we have won deploying and also the new tenders that we're bidding for, if some of those come on board, definitely there could be upwards of volume growth more than 20%.
So you said EBITDA margins could improve further going ahead, right? So what is the range you're looking at? You're already at 20%. How much more can you go? And also, if you can tell us, what is the cash on the books after this 450 crore payout to IData?
Yes. So EBITDA margins, we were achieving around 14 to 15% in the last couple of years. But, after, a lot of these, actions that we take like years to fructify. So we actually managed to achieve a 20-21% EBITDA margin. As a company, our objective is always to increase our profit in a sustainable manner. So definitely, I don't know the exact number, but definitely we would, we would ask our teams to work on increasing the EBITDA margin margins further. So I expect in the coming years, definitely we can increase by some basis points or a percentage or a 2% in the next few years. So definitely we see increase. The cash on the books right now, we have not paid the money because certain legal compliances are still pending as on when those are completed. So as of now, cash on the books is around 750 crores in BLS International, and BLS e-services, post the IPO, we've got 300 crores added in our books that will be deployed in the next 1.5 years. So right now, that is the cash on the books in both the companies.
Shikhar, do we have the updated IData numbers? Because when you did the acquisition, you had shared the 22 numbers, FY22 numbers of 180 crore and an EBITDA of 94 crore. But that's dated now. So do we have FY23 numbers of the acquired company or calendar year 23 numbers?
Correct. So, IData follows calendar year numbers. So that is the last numbers that we have. I think some final due diligence and some final closure of audited numbers are going on over there based on the local country laws. So as and when we get those numbers and as and when they're provided to us and we consolidate in our balance sheet and profit and loss, we will definitely be telling it to the market.
What's the historical growth rate of iData on an average?
Yeah.
Is it a high single digits? Is it double digits?
See, post 2019, post COVID, the scenario of all visa outsourcing companies has changed drastically. So definitely, iData from 2019, the numbers that they have achieved in 2022 are almost similar at the lines of 2019. And definitely, for them also, they have major presence in Russian territory also. So I think they work for the German government in Russia. So definitely, those numbers can still have an upside possible when those numbers start coming in. There could be a major growth in the revenue and profitability of the company. And obviously, after we acquire the company, also we will do consolidation of operations across different territories of the world. So there could be a growth in revenue and profitability. iData has also seen a good, healthy growth of upwards of 20% year on year in their revenue and profitability. And going forward, we expect to maintain that or grow that further.
Okay, all right. We will leave it at that. Thanks a lot for joining in.